All right, we have a bunch of new cards today. Well, really, there's only a few. I was kind of waiting on more stuff to come out today, but we just didn't get more. So we're going to take our time. We're going to analyze these, and these are the missing TG monsters. This is everything that we've been waiting for, and I don't know if we're going to get more TGs outside of this. This might be it. I know they're kind of going through and redoing everything from the 5Ds era at the moment, but we'll see. So level 2 TG, and it's a zombie, by the way. So 1100 defense 0. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name only once per turn. So if a monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to special summon this guy from your hands. So we've actually talked about things like this before. TG do typically have means to special summon themselves, but my disappointing effect here is it has to be when something is destroyed by battle or card effect. In the second effect, if a TG monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So what we actually have here is a monster that looks to special summon itself in a situation where your monster is outed, which, I mean, granted, kind of sucks as it is, but it also has in-house protection by banishing itself from the graveyard for battle or card effect, which is pretty good. And it actually coats multiple monsters too, if you saw that down here. So kind of like the effect of the Return of the Dragon Lords. You kind of get the same thing here, but in spell form. Outside of that, I mean, I think this card sucks. I don't think we're going to play it. I mean, I'm intrigued by the fact that it has TG in the name, and it's a zombie. Both of those key points together make me intrigued by some possible weird-ass crossover. But I mean, once again, we have weird typings all the time in this game. Now, next up, we have Tech Genius Fish, or TG Fish. This thing comes in at 100, 800. My question to you guys here is when they made these stray TG monsters, did they really have a plan in mind for these? Because it doesn't seem like it. So this is water, level 1. The other one was a zombie, and it was dark. Okay, so you can only use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn. So if all the monsters you control are TG minimum 1, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once again, we have the good clause presenting itself back here. This is what I like to see. Like when my cards have the ability to special summon themselves and we can do TG things. We do need more extenders. This card can attack your opponent directly. Alright, so let's be honest here, guys. When is it going to be relevant for TG to have a 100 attack body that can attack the opponent directly? That just seems awful. And then when a TG monster inflicts damage to your opponent, target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Oh, I see what you were trying to do. You read Mellow Zeke and said, oh, having a monster that can attack directly and then get to spot removal something was a good idea, but instead you put it on a 100 attack body and then made it a monster only. Oof, that's horrible. You know, before I started reading these, I had hope for these. I do like the special summon clause on this guy because we did need more of those. You know, in the world of the Link monster. I mean, Link monster is really good for what it looks to do. And I'm glad to see that we have another extender for this deck. But the other two effects, attacking directly for 100, like, really? Was that really needed? Like, you could have at least put a 500 body on this. You guys gave Melzik 500. You could have at least done that. And then Battle Stun Sonic. What is this art? What is going on here? Well, that's Warwolf, and that's dual-wielding axe back there. Or the wolf holding an axe. I don't remember what that shit is called, but when your opponent's monster declares an attack, negate that attack, and then you can special summon one TG or level 4 or lower normal tuner from your hand or deck. So I already am not a huge fan of this being a battle trap. I'm going to be blatantly honest with you guys. Having to negate an attack. We're a little bit late on this era. This could be a good card for Duel Links, though. If this card was specifically designed for Duel Links, oh yeah, this card's really good. You get a free onboard negate, and then you get to special summon a guy from your deck. I'm also intrigued by the synergy between a TG monster or a level 4 or lower tuner monster from our hand or deck. I like that they're trying to cover their bases for generic S cards for this. I'm absolutely fine with that. I think that's good. It's the right step in the direction, but I mean, being honest though, these cards are bad. Like, special summon ability's fine, but like a fucking dark zombie with TG in the name, alright? A worse Meloseek and a battle trap that doesn't have TG in the name. Not digging it, homie. I'm really not. Now, this is kind of interesting. So, our next V-Jump promo, we're going to be waiting an eternity for this one, just got announced. It's going to be an event attendee for this year's Yu-Gi-Oh! Jump Victory Carnival, which is basically the Shonen Jump festival. So, we don't currently have the effect on this because, you know, they were like, haha, blurred out. But we do have the anime effect. So, Binary Blader Anime Edition. It is 2 normal monsters to make. Oh god, please make this not like that. So, this card gains these effects based on the number of monsters co-linked to this guy. Keep in mind those are sidebars. So, once per turn, when this card declares an attack on an opponent's monster, you can activate this effect. This turn, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase, but your opponent monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, cool. So we get dual attacks on an 1800 body that protects our opponent's monsters. Okay, that's interesting. After damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. Is it really all that worth it? You're investing 2 normies into this, by the way. Find me 2 normal monsters that I'm going to want to slam into this. I'll give you a hint. You won't find any, because there are better cards to make outside of this. For more generic Cyverse support, though, I really hope that they rip off of this 2 normal condition and just make it 2 monsters. That'd make me really happy. Or, you know, just 2 monsters besides tokens, and I can be happy with this. But until that actually happens, once again, not super good. Like, for what this card looks to do, it's just, why today's cards are lackluster. And I get we're trying to, like, not produce shit broke cards every other day, but man, oh man, these aren't so spicy. Now, there are 2 other cards that got updated text a little while back and were released. I didn't really talk about these all that much, but I'm going to do so now. I might have touched on these, I don't remember, but I did want to give my opinion on Link Apple again. So Link Apple, it is a level 1 fire Cyverse effect monster. So you can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. So you can banish this card from your hand, then banish 1 random face down card from your extra deck. Then if it's a Link monster, special summon this card. Otherwise, discard this card. And if you do, draw a card. So here's what I'm liking about this. Every time I look at this card, I keep thinking about this more and more. I'm like, Exodia, obliterate. This is another. Granted, it's once per turn, which I don't really give a shit about. That's fine, but I don't use my extra deck in Exodia anyway. I now have another 1 card draw power in the deck. Fuck it, let's play in Exodia. So like, I just wanted to once again bring up this point that Exodia got a draw card in the form of a really weird apple. Life is really strange in the things that we're given. And then the last thing is the Bagworm Shinobi of the Hidden Leaves. I believe we've talked about its link arrows being really fucking strange. Like, top left and bottom down. And then it's 2 monsters with different names to make this guy. So, we're already on a weird start here. So you only use the second effect of this guy once per turn. While this card points to a monster, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. So we're both using the link arrow for this guy. I mean, you get to dodge some stuff. And the monster this card points to is destroyed by battle or card effect, and special summon 1 level 4 or lower insect from your hand or graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. I just don't think this card's very good overall. I get that they tried, but man, oh man, just interesting things. So, this is some really disappointing news today. I am not a super huge fan of the new TG support, and I'm kind of just let down today. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. And, well, guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.